Alright, man, we got Percy Keith right here on the Hotboyjessiechannel, man.
Most definitely.
Yeah, man. Tell the people how you doing and all that, man.
I'm doing good, man. Feeling great. Don't feel no hate.
Like I've been dancing with the devil, I ain't living right. She asked for coke, I gave her dope, now I got a customer for life. Yeah.
Tell the people where you from and all that. For the people that don't know, like where you from and how you came up and stuff like that. We'll start from the beginning.
I'm from Baton Rouge. I was born on East Boulevard and moved to Baker for a long time. Been up since then, back and forth from Baker, Louisiana to South Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
Shit, a prison.
Yeah.
Pretty much the history of from birth to now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, how was it growing up in Baton Rouge for you? Like, what what got you in the street life? Like, how long did it take and stuff like that, man?
Really, it's the lifestyle I live, man. The way the cards was dealt to me, it wasn't like I had to step off into it. Like I was already into it.
Yeah.
Like it was all around me. That's the environment that I was in. So I can't say what it was like because I don't know anything else to compare it to. Like this, I didn't experience anything else. That's all I know. So it was normal. It wasn't like it was just so traumatic and nothing. It was life.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? That's just what my life consisted of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what age did you jump off the porch?
Man, my mama was a kleptomaniac.
Yeah.
Like she was a thief. Like that was her profession.
Yeah.
A shoplifter. And she'd take me with her with some of her schemes and scams. She had a thing to where like if I was to dart off and go in the toy section and come back and be like, Mama, give me this. She'll tell me like, boy, I'm not paying for that. If you want it, you better get it. So the criminality has been there since, from the get-go.
Yeah.
But I said around about 11 or 12 is when I really started violating, like causing like a problem to it, like the police would get involved, and they did. Yeah.
So after the police started getting involved, when was your first time, like going to juvenile or getting arrested?
Shit, I ain't go to juvenile or getting no juvenile arrest till I was like 15.
Yeah.
Before that, it was just my mom and my dad that catching me selling this shit.
Yeah.
But for 15, I got juvenile probation. By the time that shit was over with, about a year later, I called a fucking adult felony.
Okay.
And shit has been in and out of jail ever since. What it was.
So, how old was you when you first got your adult felony, and what was it for?
I was 18. No, I was 17. I was still in high school.
Yeah.
That was my senior year. For possession with intent to distribute marijuana. 10 bags of resin. This is back in 2001 now. This, resin was the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably saying, this selling resin. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, resin wasn't resin back then. Like, that was the shit. Like, it was nothing else to say. There was that Zypack. Like, there wasn't it. Like, if you wanted to know what the gas was, you had to ask other smokers, like, man, who got the gas right now? And they'll tell you what weed, man, got it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, man, dude got some shit with that gas, but they got buku C's in this shit.
So you get locked up, possession with intent, your first time in, going to big boy jail. What was going through your mind, man? Was you scared, you nervous, or?
I was more like, I don't really know what my mind was like, because I was in the process of trying to figure out what's the next steps. Like, what I'm gonna do now? Like, how I get my bond to where? If it wasn't for my mama, I'd have probably been fucked. Yeah. But shit, it wasn't really like that. My first time really going in jail, like I was chaotic, man. Cause I had it in my mind, like, man, dudes going, you know how it is when you first go in there. So I wasn't going in there on no, just let the shit happen to me.
Yeah.
I was going to let this shit, so I'm gonna make some shit happen.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Until I realized, like, it really ain't much like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be like that, but that ain't your demeanor. Like, everybody in here, we in here. Like, we living in here. Like, we ain't in this bitch battling in here. Unless we, it's a world. You feel what I mean? Like, it's rules and regulations amongst the security and amongst the population. You feel what I mean? And it take a minute for me to realize that, but it was a process too, because you know how it is when you first fall in the system. You normally get house, around people your age, they got the same mentality as you. So it take until you end up getting moved to a different dormitory due to age or ruckus or some shit, and you end up around some older inmates, some real convicts, and then you get to see shit like how you really supposed to do time. You feel what I mean? Yeah. It took me like my second jokes to realize that shit. Like my third year of my second jokes before I realized like I'm in this motherfucker focused on straightening like the physical aspect of doing time. But there's a whole nother mental side of this. Like I could be in this bitch working out for a few hours. The rest I could be strictly enhancing my mind by some form of fashion. Through books, through social circles, amongst the inmates and the prison guards, like with the trustee staff and shit. Read psychological books, you know what I'm saying? 48 Laws of Power, the Art of Water, Art of Seduction. You know, the list goes on and on. But actually like sit back and observe, and not just the people based off the information that I'm obtaining. I'm watching the people who's also read these books and how they're behaving in this social structure. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck playing chess, I'm gonna watch 2 other people play chess and see how it play out. You feel what I mean?
You know, everybody don't think like that, man. Everybody wastes, like most people waste their time. Right. They don't learn how to write, read, nothing like that, man. So I'm surprised you said that, man. Because a lot of people don't, like they waste their time.
Yeah, man, that's cool. Like that's fine. Like they having a strong impact might not be that person's purpose. This person's purpose in life might be just to carry on his gene pool for another generation to create someone special. You feel what I mean? And when you look at it like that, then that's a link in a chain, and you know what happened with the weakest link. You feel what I mean? It'll fuck the whole chain up. You see what I'm saying? So there's so many ways to look at it like that, but it's necessary for to have people to be people. If everyone was open-minded, intelligent, and black-owned, and business-minded, and everything was in a perfect world, order would be totally fucked up. We would not have no system. You need leaders and you need followers. You see what I'm saying? In order for shit to progress.
Want to make money with a YouTube channel, man? Go over to Hotboyjessiechannel.com, get the course, read over the course. I tell you everything that you need to know for YouTube. Then once you get the course, I'm gonna show you how to make a video, how to edit. I'm gonna show you how to do keywords, research, titles, tags, descriptions. I'm gonna show you how to upload, when to upload, everything to get views and big money.
On your first jokes, how long did it take, like through court systems, to get, you know, your first conviction and what?
It took 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah, I said, we got a what y'all call a county is what that's what we call a parish. Louisiana don't have counties, we have parishes, but it's the same as a county. So I sat in parish prison for 3 years, going back and forth to court. But that wasn't on that charge. That was on a carnal knowledge of a juvenile charge. And I some crazy shit, bro. Like I pled guilty to that. Like, and I shouldn't have. It's just I sat in jail for so fucking long, man. And the way they came at me with the fucking plea, like they fucked me, dog. Like, right, like being in jail that long, and they say, man, 3 years. They said, man, we'll give you 2 years because of time served. So I'm like, you know how it is when you're in jail going back and forth to court. Like you get your hopes up every court date. Like it'll be months before you get your court date. When your court date come, you get ready. You put on your brand new prison shit. Like that fucking matters. You got it folded up under your mat to make it look like you done ironed it and shit. Telling your people, man, I might come home and shit. Go to court. Probably don't even much go in front of the judge. The bailiff bring you a fucking court slip saying you done got sat back for 6 more fucking months. You see what I'm saying? That shit happened to me for 3 years. You feel what I mean? On the real, my fucking lawyer had heart surgery. I couldn't have my court date got set back 9 months apart. One time, I got a 9-month setback. But when they said 2 years could have been time served, I said, "Oh, come on with that shit. Let's do it today." That mean I go home. I done been in this bitch for 3 years. You see what I'm saying?
And that's how they get you, man.
Man, I went through the fucking process of plea. Not only do I have to carry that fucking shit on my record, you see what I'm saying? Regardless of the fact that it really wasn't no fucking victim like this. You see what I'm saying? Like I was younger the fuck, she was younger the fuck. She was living with my fucking mama while I was in jail for this shit. You see what I'm saying? Her daddy was trying to get this shit. You see what I'm saying? But I was on parole for the fucking possession with intent to distribute marijuana charge. You feel what I mean? That's why I couldn't bond the fuck out for those 3 years. So it's really like they had me captive. Like, nigga, you gonna take what the fuck we offer. We finna set your ass back. We finna keep setting you back until we get that time out you, until you finish with your parole. So that's what I did. I violated myself. They took me to DOC. After my time was up, they brought me back to the parish because I was no longer part of the, I hadn't served my parole time.
Yeah.
Like once, so now it's back on the state for to do what they gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, the judge seen me with some shit on from River Bend that wasn't from the parish. He was like, why you ain't it? Why you ain't in the parish? I'm like, Your Honor, I just did my parole time. I'm gonna bond out. This man put a remand on me.
Yeah.
Like he put a remand on me to where I couldn't bond out after and still incarcerated.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like a remand is for people that don't know. Is if you go to court and say they piss test you, they'll remand you, like give you 30 days in jail. Like ain't no bonding out, you ain't convicted of nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just a penalty for your ass coming back and forth to court knowing you got an open charge and you still violate. They put a remand on me like that, like I was, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like really hell a nigga hostage. Like so now I really most definitely can't bond out with a bond.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like I got the ballot of shit in court. So I plead guilty to that stupid ass shit, not knowing what the fuck I had got myself into, dog.
How old was you around this time?
How old was I?
Yeah.
I got locked up when I was 19, that jokes. I was 21 at the time, or I pled guilty. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On the real, by the time I fucking came out, I did 5 fucking years, man, behind that shit.
Yeah.
Because when they said 2 years and credit for time served, after I done them 3 years, and I'm thinking I'm finna go home, I'm in central booking, like, I done gave all my shit away.
Yeah.
Man, DOC come get me and take me back to fucking, yeah. So I'm sitting there, they got to calculate your time, man. You going home. Man, I got my fucking rap sheet all on the rec yard. Fucking lieutenant come asking me to fucking play on the traveling team. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna go home. He said, man, what your DOC no bill? I give him my information. He come back, man, you ain't going home for another 2 years. I say, what? 2 years? Looking at this shit, and I'm like, damn. After that headache hit me, and I had to deal with that and accept that. That was a hard pill to swallow. Then I had to see, like, why is it fucking 2 years? Like, ain't no what a credit for time served it. But a good time. And like, I'm looking at the time, at that time, the law, it was, you don't get no good time for no sex offense. You gotta serve that time flat. And then my time, I didn't get no credit for time served. My time started the day I pled guilty. So they ran my shit wild and flat.
They fucked over you.
Yeah, they fucked over me.
But you see what I'm saying? Like that, man.
Yeah. But it's right, and it still be people, like it be people that be my own color. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It be people that be my own color. That'll look at my criminal record and like try to like fuck with me about that. You see what I'm saying? And not even knowing the full extent of how the fuck I got crucified behind that shit. For real.
Now, when you were locked up during that time, did you have any problems with a charge like that? You know,
no.
People try to.
No, shit, no. But that charge is not like what you think. It's a sex offense, but saying sex offense is like saying a violent crime. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't go like that. Like, and it's a fucked up charge because so many people get convicted of this shit or get charged for this shit, and it's tricky. By being a father of two girls, I understand how a person will feel about a situation like that, like a young teenage girl with a grown man. But it's legalities and it's situations like this crime gets committed every day at every high school in America. You see what I'm saying? At every high school, I promise you got a freshman dating a senior. And you know what proms are like. But no one is telling these kids, hey, y'all really breaking the law on some sex offense type shit. You know what I'm saying? And all it takes is, let me see your phone, let me see if you've been sexting. And there it is. You convicted of child. You know what I'm saying? I done seen 18-year-old dudes, 19-year-old dudes in jail for their shit behind situations like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Now look, I'm gonna say some shit that people don't want to fucking say. They don't even speak on this shit. Not even on Facebook. You in the black community, in the hood, you have mothers that have a household with daughters that are teenagers, got a grown nigga fucking them, and living in that bitch. And it's a thing. He's a part of the family. Man, this is an in-law. You see what I'm saying? For real, that shit goes on in the hood. You feel what I'm at? For real. But I'm not saying that I'm justifying anything. I'm just saying like how certain charges and certain situations, them bitches be iffy. You feel what I'm at? And then like in my situation, man, it wasn't like I was involved with a girl and no shit like that. Like I'm 18 years old, just got out of fucking boot camp from the fucking possession with intent to distribute marijuana charge. Fresh out, 2 months out. I'm feeling like some hot shit, looking good and shit. And I'm 18. Like, the fuck I'm gonna check for ID for? This motherfucker look like she's 30.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And telling me that she's of age. And it was some one night stand shit that actually happened twice. I got her pregnant and went to jail. Didn't even know the girl information, no shit like that to be in touch. It was one of them situations like that. You feel what I'm saying? I was in jail for a year and got rebooked on that shit. Yeah, I was in jail for a year and got rebooked on that shit just for me reaching out to her. She told me how old she was, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
She was like, I'm pregnant. I'm like, man, what the fuck? Is you serious?
Man, I can imagine that.
Yeah. Them people can't got me, but they told me, like the officers told me, like, Percy, man, like that's crazy. Like she told us that she lied to you about her age. And the officers was like talking to me about the shit, and I'm like, man, I don't know what the fuck y'all got going on, man. Like, what is? They're like, man, but it's fucked up. The girl actually told, like, and it's in the police report. It's in the police report that she said this shit. You see what I'm saying? The girl wrote letters to the judge and everything. She tried. You feel what I mean? So I don't, not to put no blame on, because there's some people who know about the situation that be wanting to point the finger and cast blame on shit when it's just a fucked up situation that happened. You know what I'm saying?
Do you still get like have problems with that now?
No.
Or like her family or something like saying something now? Or?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Shit, no. It wasn't never nothing like that, man. Like it was just some crazy shit, bro. Like on the real, like the fucking people seen the opportunity for the fuck with me and they did. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like it really get like that. People be talking about what the system are doing, all that shit. That shit sound good for conspiracy theory, but we know that shit really happens like that, man. When people really play games with people like that. Yeah. For real.
Okay, so after you did that 5 years and 11 months and 5 months and all that, and you say you got a 10-year sentence. How did that make you feel? Because you up in age now, probably. And,
yeah, it made me feel. It made me feel. Man, I really was feeling like disappointed. I was like stressed out like a motherfucker, man. Like constantly being nauseated from being just anxiety. Because it was gonna be my first time doing time with popularity. Like I had started rapping and shit, and people knew who I was, and I'm knowing how jail is. So now I'm like, man, I'm finna have to go in here. Motherfuckers gonna be wanting to start up conversations with me, man, who normally wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? But just for the fact I am who I am, they not gonna read my tone saying don't come fucking with me right now. You know what I'm saying? Just that shit. But when I got ready to actually turn myself in and start my sentence, I had made my mind up on what I was gonna go in there and do. I went in there went straight to Joseph, exercising and reading. I read shit that I ran from reading, like different forms of literature, or like fantasy novels and shit like that. That's how I got into the Game of Thrones, and what it did was it enhanced my imagination. It enhanced the way that I can interpret words, as far as like understanding the characters to fade off, like the climax. You feel what I mean? And being able to do so myself, just looking at shit that I observed from different perspectives. You see what I'm saying? Instead of just running from it because it's not the genre that I particularly would like for myself. You feel me? Just want to looking at the world instead of from a consumer to a provider. Yeah.
So how long have you been rapping before you got on that 10-year Joes? Like you say
about 6-7 years.
6-7 years.
Yeah.
But you got a name around the city. People know who you is. Now you in jail. Is people coming up to you to rap to you and stuff like that?
Really not like what you think. It wasn't even much like that, man. It was just like a regular old joke. Yeah. Like that shit did give me some stroke in that bitch. Like there were like certain deputies and shit in certain jails. Like they allowed me to do pretty much whatever the fuck I want. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I really cut up off of this shit. That shit really did give me a nice ass face card. Yeah. Oh, I was in that bitch really, That joke still wasn't fair. Shit, I got over on there at that time.
So,
shit.
They always got some people that try celebrities, man. Or, you a kind of celebrity right now. So, people try them type of guys. Did anybody try to try you?
Shit, no, man. This joke right there, man, it was, man, that bitch Joseph was some real solid young niggas, man. Like, in the way I got down, but like I say, like, I'm gonna do some shit that's worth doing. Like, I get that pack in this bitch, man, I pop it off and I divide. Like, we all gonna be in this bitch sitting here. So, I'm in that bitch, man. Nigga like me being in the dorm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in that bitch, man. It's up. Something going on in this bitch. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, something going on in this bitch if I'm in here. Believe it. If it ain't, it's about to be. For real. So I was straight in that bitch. Nigga fucking me. You finna get fucked clean over in this bitch. By me or by a group of little niggas in this bitch that's really looking for some bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So let's talk about the mojo epidemic, man.
Oh, man.
Let's just talk about the mojo, man. Cause,
we got that much time?
Yeah, because people, I'll be talking about it on my channel a lot, but people, they don't even call it mojo in other states.
They call it spice, flopper, or some shit like that.
Yeah. So, people be flashing out. Well, just explain how it was with the mojo, like, and how it had people go acting and stuff like that.
Man, that shit. I smoked some of that shit and went to tripping. I smoked some of that shit and went to tripping, bro. Like, I ain't flash out like how other motherfuckers do, but I almost did. I was flashing out my mind. Like, I laid under my bed, I pulled my covers up to my right hip and went to looking. And then what fucked me up is when I seen all the motherfuckers went to flashing like it was one by one. Because when I got this shit, it was like, this person just sit back and watch. Everybody went to breaking their shit down, but I done hit my little shit and went to sitting back. I don't know why I did that. Yeah. These mojo head motherfuckers in here, they facing them bitches, and this that flash. This that shit that's gonna put your female. Yeah. Man, they had this white boy in the fucking dorm, bro. He had a partial plate. Mm-hmm. Like the front of his shit, like it was dentures. Mm-hmm. Nobody knew. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker went to hitting that shit and went to fucking flocking like a bird. Yeah. And then he went to convulsing. Like his face was contorting. Mm-hmm. And I'm high as a kite. This motherfucker dentures fell out his fucking mouth like this. I'd say, oh my fucking God, this bitch falling to pieces in this bitch. I thought the tripping. I said, man, this motherfucker falling to pieces. Man, the people come running that bitch, going one by one. One by one. Let me look at you. They had a motherfucker there. He high as a kite. Nigga telling him to get his homeboy that's sitting next to him. The homeboy sitting there like this. He was stuck on that shit. Yeah. So nigga like telling him like, say, Red, man, get your homeboy, man. Before the people get down there. But the nigga, he fucked up too. So he like to say, man, I'm next. I'm next. So people got to him. They say, man, what's wrong with you? He looked up, he say, I'm next. I say, man, these niggas in this bitch tripping. Man, I seen niggas jump off the top bunk like he diving in the water, man. I done seen niggas turning to babies, dogs. Yeah.
Oh, man, that's crazy, man. The mojo, bro. Is it still going on like that right now? I ain't joking since like 2017, 18.
Man, that shit need to be on the commissary, man. Fuck on right. That's the only time dormitories got pieces when that mojo on the dorm, man. Yeah. That shit ain't enough, man. That's active, loud and shit. Rap music playing, card game. That mojo hit, everybody sleep. Yeah. Everybody that bitch sleep and eat. Yeah. For real.
Yeah, man. Now, have you ever got caught up with the mojo pack and had to, get some extra time or anything like that?
No. I done had niggas tell on me. I done got put on lockdown for investigation for no determined time. They just throw me on lockdown just for motherfuckers just constantly telling on me. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Shit like that. I done had motherfuckers all get busted for shit, and the motherfuckers who they got. Man, I was in a jail, and I had got involved with a female deputy. We had a relationship going on. I ended up going home. While I was at home, just during them little 5 months and shit, 12 days and shit, I come back to that bitch. This motherfucker fucking with somebody else. They get busted. She bring my fucking name up. Yeah, so how the fuck you bring my shit up on some old shit? Now I'm back on lockdown. I gotta explain this shit to my new old lady. Yeah, like what the fuck, man? I fucking got busted fucking with this bitch in here, man. She what? I mean, this before your time, man. Yeah. See, how? You just came to jail. You just got back, man. That's what the fuck I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. So, so when we go to jail, you got a girlfriend or wife or stuff like that. How does that make you feel? Like, do you be on the phone, worry about what she doing, or
no? Man, me really, it took me a while to figure this out. Just from observing things people do in certain situations. After certain shit happen for so many times, you start seeing patterns, and you start seeing things are not patterns, things are random. You feel what I'm saying? You start seeing what people do. It's not the person, the individual, it's what a human would do. Yeah. So after my last jokes, man, I pretty much knew, like, I know what a motherfucker gonna do and when. Like, it's phases. As soon as you get locked up, you gonna wet a phone out. Phone bill gonna be high as a bitch. You ain't gonna be the one calling like that. You might be, but it's gonna be they call back. You know what I'm saying? And then The phone bill, since I'm trying to put $20 on the now the money looking funny. And then it's writing letters and shit. You're gonna wear your pen game out. And them bitches gonna slow up. After about 8 months, man, you're gonna be in that bitch solo. You know what I'm saying? 1 or 2 phone calls a day. That shit gonna break down to 1 a day. And that shit gonna break down to 1 every day. And that shit break down to once a week. And the whole time, life going on out there. This motherfucker talking to somebody, not sexually, but she's conversating with the other side of the human race. Like, it's inevitable. You see what I'm saying? It's inevitable. When you get convicted and doing time, take your fucking lick. Y'all are separated. Y'all can stay in communication, but y'all are separated. You cannot give, you can't give and receive affection, none of that shit. All you can do is just stay in touch. You know what I'm saying? And lie to each other. That's about it. It's inevitable. Like, you got some people that can sit there and it happens. Some people do be faithful, but
rare.
Right. It's always gonna be that one. As a man, I'm just being honest. It ain't about being distrustful and no shit like that. It's facts of the matter. I was not here for a long duration of time. I do not know what the fuck took place. I have to take your word for it. And it's gonna always be that sliver of doubt. So that shit, getting incarcerated, that shit does affect the relationship. Like, people run from that. People don't want to face that fact, but it's fact. If they should have put distance between you and your fucking child, what you think they should have do to you and your girl? You know what I'm saying? This is a part of you. This is your fucking blood in this person. It'll be distance, like no bond whatsoever. I know this. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I remember on my last jokes, man, I told my girl, just go on do you, because I ain't trying to be stressed on that shit. Like that, man, because go on do you.
They don't be wanting to hear that shit.
I'm gonna be straight, man.
Yeah, they don't be wanting to hear that shit. They think that you playing on their loyalty. Like, I did the same shit, and I told that motherfucker, I said, look, okay, you want to rock and roll with it, come on. But when shit take place now, I told you, this is what you signed up for. Accept the consequences that come with this. Like, because you finna set yourself up for failure, and it went like that.
So let's talk about the mojo epidemic, man.
Oh, man.
Let's just talk about the mojo, man. Cause
we got that much time?
Because people, I'll be talking about it on my channel a lot, but people, they don't even call it mojo in other states.
They call it spice, flopper, or some shit like that.
Yeah. So, people be flashing out. Well, just explain how it was with the mojo, like, and how it had people go acting and stuff like that.
Man, that shit, I smoked some of that shit and went to tripping. I smoked some of that shit and went to tripping, bro. Like, I ain't flash out like how other motherfuckers do, but I almost did. I was flashing out my mind. Like, I laid under my bed, I pulled my covers up to my right hip and went to looking. And then what fucked me up is when I seen all the motherfuckers went to flashing, like, it was one by one. Because when I got this shit, it was like, this person just sit back and watch. Everybody went to breaking this shit down, but I done hit my little shit and went to sitting back. I don't know why I did that. These mojo head motherfuckers in here, they facing them bitches, and this that flash. This that shit that's gonna put your female. Man, they had this white boy in the fucking dorm, bro. He had a partial plate. Like, the front of his shit, like, it was dentures. Nobody knew. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker went to hitting that shit and went to fucking flocking like a bird. And then he went to convulsing. Like, his face was contorting. And I'm high as a kite. This motherfucker dentures fell out his fucking mouth like this. I'd say, oh my fucking God, this bitch falling to pieces in this bitch. I went to tripping. I said, man, this motherfucker falling to pieces. Man, the people come running that bitch, going one by one. One by one. Let me look at you. They had a motherfucker there. He high as a kite. Nigga telling him to get his homeboy that's sitting next to him. The homeboy sitting there like this. He was stuck on that shit. So nigga like telling him, like, say, Red, man, get your homeboy, man. Before the people get down there. But the nigga, he fucked up too. So he like to say, man, I'm next. I'm next. So people got to him. They say, man, what's wrong with you? He looked up, he say, I'm next. I say, man, these niggas in this bitch tripping. Man, I seen niggas jump off the top bunk like he diving in the water, man. I done seen niggas turn into babies, dogs. Yeah,
that's crazy, man. The mojo, bro. Is it still going on like that right now? I ain't joking since like 2017, 18.
Man, that shit need to be on the commissary, man. Fuck around. That's the only time dormitories got pieces when that mojo on the dorm, man. That shit ain't enough, man. It's active, loud and shit. Rap music playing, card game. That mojo hit, everybody sleep. Everybody that bitch sleep and eat. For real.
Now, have you ever got caught up with the mojo pack and had to, get some extra time or anything like that?
No. I done had niggas tell on me. I done got put on lockdown for investigation for no determined time. They just throw me on lockdown just for motherfuckers just constantly telling on me. You see what I'm saying? Shit like that. I done had motherfuckers all get busted for shit, and the motherfuckers who they got. Man, I was in a jail, and I had got involved with a female deputy. We had a relationship going on. I ended up going home. While I was at home, just during them little 5 months and shit, 12 days and shit, I come back to that bitch. This motherfucker fucking with somebody else. They get busted. She bring my fucking name up. Yeah, so how the fuck you bring my shit up on some old shit? Now I'm back on lockdown. I gotta explain this shit to my new old lady. Yeah, like what the fuck, man? I fucking got busted fucking with this bitch in here, man. She what? I mean, this before your time, man. Yeah. How? You just came to jail. You just got back, man. That's what the fuck I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. So how? So when we go to jail, you got a girlfriend or wife or stuff like that. How does that make you feel? Like, do you be on the phone, worry about what she doing, or
no?
Man,
me really, it took me a while to figure this out. Just from observing things people do in certain situations. After certain shit happen for so many times, you start seeing patterns, and you start seeing what things are not patterns, things are random. You feel what I'm saying? You start seeing what people do. It's not the person, the individual, it's what a human would do. So after my last jokes, man, I pretty much knew, like, I know what a motherfucker gonna do and when. Like, it's phases. As soon as you get locked up, you gonna wet a phone out. Phone bill gonna be high as a bitch. You ain't gonna be the one calling like that. You might be, but it's gonna be they call back. You know what I'm saying? And then it's the phone bill, since I'm trying to put $20 on the now the money looking funny. And then it's writing letters and shit. You're gonna wear your pen game out. And them bitches gonna slow up. After about 8 months, man, you're gonna be in that bitch solo. You know what I'm saying? 1 or 2 phone calls a day. That shit gonna break down to 1 a day. And that shit gonna break down to 1 every day. And that shit break down to once a week. And the whole time, life going on out there. This motherfucker talking to somebody, not sexually, but she's conversating with the other side of the human race. Like, it's inevitable. You see what I'm saying? It's inevitable. When you get convicted and doing time, take your fucking lick. Y'all are separated. Y'all can stay in communication, but y'all are separated. You can't give and receive affection, none of that shit. All you can do is just stay in touch. You know what I'm saying? And lie to each other. That's about it. It's inevitable. Like, you got some people that can sit there and it happens. Some people do be faithful, but
rare.
Right. It's always gonna be that one. As a man, I'm just being honest. It ain't about being distrustful and no shit like that. It's facts of the matter. I was not here for a long duration of time. I do not know what the fuck took place. I have to take your word for it. And it's gonna always be that sliver of doubt. So that shit, getting incarcerated, that shit does affect the relationship. Like, people run from that. People don't want to face that fact, but it's fact. If they should have put distance between you and your fucking child, what you think they should have do to you and your girl? You know what I'm saying? This is a part of you. This is your fucking blood in this person. It'll be distance, like no bond whatsoever. I know this. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I remember on my last jokes, man, I told my girl, this don't do you, because I ain't trying to be stressed on that shit. Like that, man, because don't do you.
They don't be wanting to hear that shit.
I'm gonna be straight, man.
Yeah, they don't be wanting to hear that shit. They think that you playing on their loyalty. Yeah. Like, I did the same shit, and I told that motherfucker, I said, look, okay, you want to rock and roll with it, come on. But when shit take place now, I told you, this is what you signed up for. Accept the consequences that come with this. Like, because you finna set yourself up for failure, and it went like that. That's how it ended up turning out, which it wasn't no surprise to me. You know what I'm saying? I just knew the process. So calling home and shit, for me, it was just me just staying in touch and not wanting to be an antagonizer or be so pessimistic. I was just going through the process. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
Now, how important is family helping you though in jail? Because you gotta have somebody to.
It's really about it's really about financial support, bro. Like, it's doing time, man. If you ain't got somebody that's gonna look out for you, man, you really pretty much fucked. You need to probably try to figure out a way be straight. Like, figure something out that not take your fucking dick. You see what I'm saying? If you're a fucked up person on the street, man, you go to jail, it's gonna show. You know what I'm saying? It's really gonna show. But as far as like having family and communicating and shit, that should make you stressed because you're not there. Like, it's best to detach yourself from that and focus on what you doing. Like, fuck what's going on out there on the street. You need to focus on what you can do right now for this moment for when you do get on the street. Or what can you do in here that may impact the streets? Who can you touch out, reach out and touch to and really like divert they path from being fucked up? What can you do from in here? That should be somebody's purpose from prison. You know what I'm saying? What can get done while you in here instead of this time is being fucking wasted?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
So, what was the most violent thing you seen up in there? And you was like, man, I'm really in this bitch, man. Like, what can you just say? Like, damn, man, like
a knife fight.
A
knife fight. That shit, the one of the most brutalest, barbaric. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you sense that shit, like it's either two things gonna happen. Like you gonna get fearful, or you gonna get your adrenaline gonna get pumping, and you gonna be like, man, this gonna be up in this bitch. Like I might have to really like do my Dougie in here. So one of them situations. But I cast it off, like just knowing if a situation like that kick in, I don't even much think about it or plan it. Like I know my nature, the adrenaline gonna get to kicking in, and when it's time for the do what it do, I'm gonna do what it do. If I don't feel that urge to why I have to do what I do, then I done sense something, and because I'm not registering that I need to go full throttle. You know what I'm saying? I learned to trust my instinct and what I'm perceiving, and it didn't lead me wrong.
Yeah. All right. So, man, if you don't want to answer this question, don't answer. But have you ever been in a knife fight, or have you ever had to juke somebody up?
No, I never did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I never did.
Yeah.
But I never got involved in situations that would, you know what I'm saying? Like it's certain shit that would lead up to that. Don't nobody get stabbed for nothing.
Yeah.
Like that shit, when you hear prison stories about violence, about anything, none of that shit is fucking random, man. Like it's shit that led up to that. Yeah. You got to see what the backstory is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real. And I just didn't partake in that. I didn't get involved with niggas that got shit going on to where that's something that they looking forward to doing. Like that's on their radar. But niggas be like that. You got a knife and stabbing is on your radar. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't on my radar. You feel what I mean? I'm in this bitch working out, shirt off, and this bitch getting right. I'm trying to catch somebody's attention when they pass by this bitch to make them look, because I can get them hooked. Yeah, and we finna see what we can do. That's the main objective is to finesse. We got to make something shake. Y'all can deal with what's going on in this dorm. I'm trying to get some shit that's not in this dorm, in this dorm. For real. I'm trying to do some fucking telepathy in this bitch. Y'all talking about stabbing people? The fuck? Nigga, I thought you'd get high. You don't want to get high? Calm the fuck down before you have us on lockdown in this bitch. I'm trying to get the pack in here.
So, what's the longest you've been on lockdown?
Oh man, about 4 months.
4 months.
Yeah.
So how was that time?
Man, that shit fucking. Ooh, that's the worst time to do. Ooh, that's the worst time. It's sometimes that shit'll get you spoiled. Get your breakfast, your food coming to you. You ain't got to worry about nobody fucking with your reading time and shit. Yeah. Shit. That shit'll fuck with you though if you run out. Like if you ain't got no books, you ain't got no paper. You know what I'm saying? Like all you got is your imagination, your conscience. And it can be beneficial to a certain degree depending on your elements. Like do you have somebody back there to conversate with, another voice? You see what I'm saying? To divert you down the wrong train of thoughts. You see what I'm saying? Like it be like that. I enjoyed some very interesting conversations with some very interesting people on lockdown because the lockdown that they had me on, it was for high profile inmates that was in jail for some high profile shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Now, have you ever been to a camp like real DOC camp, like Wade or?
I done been to hunts. But I wasn't on the compound like I wasn't like I was in boot camp. Okay. They got a dorm just for people that's in boot camp. So I can't say that I was really like in hunts. Yeah. I was on a part of hunts that was on their compound. I didn't see nothing about how them dudes lived in there. Yeah. Or the closest jail that I've been in that resembled something like that was ECDC. They shut that bitch down, but it had a walk and all that shit. It looked at something like what it looked like. But I never did. I wanted to because the way they do their time, like it's shit to do. Like you niggas had fucking boxing. Or, you see what I'm saying? Like they had some shit. You feel what I mean? But I never got to one of them jails. Mine went to the DCI for DB court for getting busted with cell phones and shit. Well, that bitch about 5 times for that shit in like 3 months.
How much time did you lose with that?
Man, none. Luckily, I don't know how, bro. I don't know fucking how. But I ain't got to the point where I was like, fuck it. I'm seeing where they gave me the fucking good time. They taking my shit, but I'm still getting these new rap sheets. Yeah. My shit ain't changing. Shit. For real.
Yeah, man. So, how can a cell phone make your time better, man?
Oh man, that bitch shit.
And some people have, they be getting their phone took and stuff like that. You said you had no problem like that. But
I did have a problem like that. I just had to keep getting another cell phone.
Yeah. I'm talking about like from an inmate though.
Oh no, I ain't never had no problem like that. Like I should know. Should know. I just seen shit like that happen, but that normally be in dorms where, you see what I'm saying? Like, it'd be certain situational type shit. Like, then niggas do certain type shit when they get they shit. Like, you know good and fucking well if you get a cell phone, this bitch, man. Like, you gonna have some people in this bitch, bro, that's gonna wishing that they could have a fucking cell phone and would like to use it. But you as a human, as a fellow inmate, supposed to know like what it's like to not have a form of communication with this bitch, man. You supposed to pop it off, man. You in here with these niggas too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like this supposed not no dorm phone or no shit like that, but spread the love, man. Make the jokes a little bit more better for everybody in this bitch, because you do got to live with these people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like now you got this phone and you communicating with people, but now you got tension in the air because these niggas seeing you with this bitch and you ain't doing nothing to ease it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then you have a nigga in that bitch that ain't gonna go for that. Like shit no, boy, you gonna pop it off with this bitch. Nigga, take your shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. Yeah, man. On some real nigga shit, man. You're supposed to pop it off, man. Fuck.
Now, what happened to rats in there, man? Like people that were told, like, what kind of story you been seeing somebody a known rat?
Nothing. Yeah. Shit, no, nothing. Don't nothing happen to them motherfuckers in there, man. Yeah. They be fucking protected. Yeah. Man, niggas be knowing. You touch that motherfucker, man, them people had your ass buried up under the jail for the rest of your jokes with this bitch. You fuck with that rat motherfucker. Then most times you really don't even must be knowing who the fuck the rats is. Yeah. They write them kites. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They do that little shit. You know what I'm saying? Most times it be the motherfucker that be in that bitch, the preacher, the dawn preacher and shit. Yeah. That wake up in the morning and sit down at the table and put his little books out and shit like he's gonna conduct service. That'd be the motherfucking rats. They build it up in their head that they doing the right shit. You know what I'm saying? They protecting everybody. I gotta get the bad spirit out the dorm. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, crackhead motherfucker, you come in here with this shit? You know what I'm saying? You get cleaned up for 2 fucking months and then look healthy and shit. And now you want to lie and tell people you was a businessman and all that shit, bitch, because we all got the same clothes on here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We can't tell. We gotta take their word. Yeah. Them type motherfuckers.
It's funny that you said that, man. In jail, people say they anything, bro. Like they lie about everything. But like, what's the craziest lie you think you done heard somebody that's done told you?
It's the crazy. It's really kind of hard to tell, bro. Cause at a certain point, you don't give a fuck if a nigga lying or not. Like you get into the story. Yeah. Like nigga, run that nigga, run that shit. You know how that shit go. Nigga want to hear them lies. Nigga, tell me lies. Tell me the best lie you can, and I hope it lasts an hour. For real, cause ain't shit on TV. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no telling how many I done heard. But as far as hearing crazy shit, I done seen a motherfucker eat a plate of their own shit. I done seen some shit, dog. Yeah, I was on trustee in the parish, man, moving around that bitch, and they had me cleaning up the lockdown dorm, and they had shit fights backed up. I used to have to clean that shit up, man. Crazy motherfuckers backed up. Then them dudes back there be doing all kind of dirty ass shit, just bored. I done seen a motherfucker have like a stroke or some old shit, and I'm thinking this motherfucker like, about to die. So I'm about to go tell the people like, man, you got a dude back there about to croak back up, man. But they got other niggas on the door like, no, person, man, he's straight, man. Don't let him fuck with you like that, man. That man ain't all right, man. He just be playing. The whole time, these niggas know something wrong with this motherfucker, man. It's just this motherfucker been talking buku shit. That what they like, yeah, bitch, take your fucking lick. We ain't finna rack the balls or none of that shit for your pussy ass. Die. Yeah. Man, that nigga died. I was look, this shit fucked me. I'm like, oh, them niggas dirty as a bitch.
That's how it goes, bro.
Fucked up.
Let's see.
Sad but true.
Now, once you a celebrity and you doing that jokes, did like the guards ever pull you out to rap to them or stuff like that?
They ain't never pull me out to rap, but I done got pulled in the little corners and shit to take pictures and shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit, which it was cool. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like I understand it. Like these humans too. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? And then once they clock in, they at that bitch for them about 12 hours. Yeah. You feel? That's half a day. Them motherfuckers locked up. They just hiring trustees. Yeah. Basically. Let the warden walk through this bitch and watch they get straightened up. Oh, how you doing, warden? Yeah, but you just a high power trustee. That's what the motherfuckers is. That's all you fucking deputies that's watching this shit. You're a fucking trustee. Catch your cut. Motherfucker. Shit.
And how many years you think you did all together?
Probably about 11, 12, 13, some shit like that. Sometimes I get caught. This is the most I've been talking in detail about prison since I got out of prison, but due to the fact that that's what this is, then this is what it is. Like, if it wasn't that, man, I wouldn't dare go this into detail about prison talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to be on that frequency.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tune into a whole different channel to where all the music that I'm hearing, the videos and shit that's on the TV on this frequency and shit, is all positive shit about progression. That way I don't have to worry about that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it be little shit like that that'll tweak your mind. Like, it'll change your mindset. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to set your mind on other shit in order for it to do so. Instead of letting life just carry you on by circumstance until you just luckily end up in a good situation that's good for the duration of your fucking life. Like, no, you got to take handle of that shit. Create your own luck. You know what I'm saying? Create your own destiny. If you want to be free and alive, then don't break the law and don't start no shit with somebody to put your ass on the ground. You know what I'm saying? And then start from there and let's see what the fuck might happen. You feel what I mean? A lot of people not gonna get that, probably due to the fact of their age. There's people that's probably like in the in between from that age into really like waking the fuck up. Like, be brave, take that fucking step. You're not tripping, you're not getting old, you're just waking the fuck up. Congratulations, you're OG, and you done made it to see that life is really like the only one that you have, and you got a fresh start. You feel what I mean?
Now, have you ever been in there with some other celebrities or rappers? And
yeah, I done been locked up with Quick Badass and Badass NT.
Yeah.
That's my fucking dog, man.
Yeah.
Me and that nigga was in the dorm together for a long ass time. Yeah, we had some hell of a fun. For real, I'm a fucking dog, man. A few people, hood celebrities or not like in a dorm. I done been in the same jail as C Murder and Mystical and shit, but not like around them. So that shit really don't count.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Alright. A free C Murder, man.
Yeah, man.
Now, do you have any advice for the youth, man? Like to stay out of prison, because that's basically what all it's about, man.
Man, the best advice that I can give to the youth, the reason why they do what they do is because they feel like that shit cool. They not finna admit it. They gonna say they have to survive and shit. You do not have to fucking do that shit to survive. You can make money from some other kind of way. If you selling some shit that's actually bad for somebody, whether I don't give a fuck if it's medicinal or not. If that shit get somebody in a fucked up situation, health-wise or legal-wise, and you selling something that's bad. You know what I'm saying? And you're probably fucking good at it. Just imagine if you were selling something good and you were good at that too. You know what I'm saying? You still keep your G card. You still a gangster. Ain't no coming back from that. I don't give a fuck if you go to private school, Harvard, Stanford. That G shit in you for forever, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So don't feel like you letting go what you are. You see what I'm saying? You just thinking more better. You thinking with more clarity. You beating the system. You feel what I mean? So the route you're going, you have a lifespan that's short as the fuck. Like, your shit average at like about 17 to 25. Like, that's your lifespan. Like, that's your life expectancy. If you make it past that, it's probably because you caught a fucking prison sentence that required you to be safe from violence and shit for a certain duration of time. And once you get out, your shit, you still might get checked out. You feel what I mean? So you change your frequency, change the shit that you're doing, same process, same motivation. You know what I'm saying? In a G way, you're highly motivated with your marketing schemes and really about your hustle, but just a different product. You know what I'm saying? And that's a process. You start from there. You got a different product, and you might be having to sell this shit to a different demographic of people. You see what I'm saying? So, okay, you get this product, and you get to where these people at. And you figure out how to market your shit. If it's a good product, they need this shit anyway. And there it is. Yeah. Shit. Then you got to worry about budgeting your money, because it's going to come. Yeah. Making money and budgeting this shit is two totally different things, man. If you don't get what I'm saying, just Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? For lottery winners. Yeah. For getting the money is one thing, but knowing what to do with it is something totally different. Yeah.
I always say keep investing in yourself, man. Yeah. That never fail. Now, let me see. What's some do's and don'ts? If you can tell people, like, what's some you like you don't or you wouldn't do in jail. Well, just do's and don'ts, man.
You don't invade other people's privacy, the little privacy that you have to be over courteous about people's privacy. You have to show ultimate respect in order to receive it. That sets the tone. The more respect you get, that's the type of respect that you expect to have. You know what I'm saying? Don't be too friendly with every fucking back. You feel what I'm saying? Shit. I got some advice for you. Just don't go to fucking jail. Shit, just don't go. That's the rule. Don't fucking go. Fuck. Go in that bitch, figure it out. Fuck.
Fuck. Alright, man. So, let's see how long we been doing. Alright, on this last Joe's, did you do everything that you said that you was gonna do? Cause you know people be in there like, man, when I go home, I'm gonna do this.
No, I ain't know I was coming home. I was really I was looking at 25 years of life. Or the reason why I'm home now is because the arresting officers was was charged with corruption. So they had to dismiss not just my charge, but like 11 to 1,600 more drug cases in Baton Rouge. Yeah, God bless the trap niggas with that. But I did not know I was coming home. So when I got out, it was more like, and it was a mind fuck, like financial status wasn't the same, living situations wasn't the same, or whatever it was going to be. I had to figure it out right then. It took a while. You know what I'm saying? Looking at the shit and having to accept that that's what happened to my life, it was kind of like a weird acid trip. A good one, but a bad one at the same time. Like, it caused me to have, like, bad anxiety issues. Like, from having to accept the fact that I was, not saying that I would prefer to be in prison, but it's just, I got my mind ready for the face 25 years of life, and then all of a sudden I'm home. Like, I'm seeing situations and shit, and I'm seeing people and shit that counted me out. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm seeing shit from a whole different perspective. I'm seeing a life that I almost didn't fucking have. You see what I'm saying? So shit, look, it's the depth of life, how deep life really is. It's not the veil that'll stop us that we from really seeing it. My veil is not as thick as it was. It's very see-through now. I can see it with a little bit more depth in the life due to that shit. And I see that the moments that we have, but them bitches more precious than what we think. Like, we don't value our moments. You know what I'm saying? Like, the time that we think we have, we think for sure we fucking got it. And we don't. You see what I'm saying? For real.
So, after facing that 25 life, man, I'm pretty sure you will never probably do anything criminal after that no more, because, you know.
Man, I'm forever a gangster, man. I ain't saying I'm planning to do some criminal shit, but I'm just saying, like, you never know what the fuck life might lead you to. Like, I don't know, like, trying to sell some shit, but as far as, like, the laws of the land, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still a man, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker cross me wrong, man, I don't mind the consequences behind standing on my morals. You feel what I'm saying? But as far as like doing some shit that I know, the chances of me going back to, I'm not willing to take no stupid ass gambles no more. I see clearly, like I see the chances of this, I see the odds are stacked highly against me. So why in the fuck would I, and plus I done lost already, fuck multiple times. Fuck. For real. Fuck, I just recently lost some kind of way you motherfuckers let me escape without paying you. Fuck, I won't be coming back. Fuck. I done seen enough. For real.
Yeah, man.
For real.
So I see you doing your personal training thing.
Yeah,
like this, man. So when that come apart?
It's really for me getting sick and having to go to the hospital. I got hospitalized, bad digestive problems, shit, couldn't stop throwing up, throat was fucked up, couldn't eat. And that caused me to lose weight, and I felt better. And I kind of think it was more like my body probably like was just cleansing itself. I always did exercise. When I started eating healthier due to the fact that I couldn't digest certain foods, the results from the shit that I was doing in the gym enhanced, like on some crazy, the same shit I had been doing for years. Like the results of this shit was just like sped up like ×4. So they were like, wait a minute, I might need to actually like eat with a little bit more intent. Like, let me see what I can find out about this shit. Let me see what I can find out about exercises since this shit is like going this good. And that shit just sent me down a rabbit hole of information. And as I applied the information to my body, people start to notice, ask questions like, do I personally train? And me being me, I looked up how much this shit costs and how much they make. And when I seen the amount, I was like, hold up, wait a minute. Why I don't personally train yet, but give me a minute. Let me get the information. So I got the information that I needed to be able to train people on a professional level. or some nutritional information as well, some supplementation information as far as like or dietary supplements like men's multivitamins, out of your minerals and shit, proper fluid intake. On a physical side, how consistent could someone work out? What results to expect? How to diet as far as like counting calories, macronutrients, calorie deficits, surpluses, and shit like that. It's very beneficial, but what really tripped me out is the price of personal training. It's very expensive, like as far as compared to like how much something costs. That shit get as high as what the fuck your partner would be. You know what I'm saying? It costs you up to like $500 a month to train with me just 4 days out the week, and that's cheap. You see what I'm saying? It's cheap. Our community don't know that. We don't even know that service is provided. We don't know how important that shit is. We're naturally athletic as is, meaning the black community. It's just as facts. But when we approach exercising after living a sedentary lifestyle, it's difficult because we're human nonetheless. You get sedentary, your body will become deconditioned and it'll start to show. You'll start having postural disorders and shit. You're not walking right. You feel what I'm saying? Certain type of pains because you've been walking incorrectly because your body not strong enough to hold it upright. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people develop anterior pelvic tilts from sitting down for too fucking long. You feel what I mean? Then they create fucking muscle imbalances and shit. And black people don't know that shit, it'll fuck you up. Not being able to know what you eating, how much of it, why is it bad, that's a problem. Because it's leading up to somewhere. People not paying for you to learn how to prevent this shit, but they'll pay for you to take this medication. But they done found out a way to get taxpayers to pay for your medication as long as you getting this medication. But they selling the medication, they the doctors who prescribe you this shit. It's some money thing. You feel what I mean? You'll be alright if you take this medication. You're gonna look like shit, feel like shit. They gonna get rich, you not. Your kids not, because you don't know how to eat good. You buying the same food, you feeding the shit to them. The only reason why they not looking like that because they're highly active right now. Wait till they ass get a job and they ain't playing around on shit. They sitting down at a desk all day, but they eating the same shit. That's when it start accumulating. The activity level drops down, the food stays where it's at, weight adds up, stress, problems, more eating, natural testosterone levels drop, the ability to convert food into energy goes to shit. You see what I mean? Black people need to know you have to get active. That don't mean 6 hours of working out 7 days a week. I mean 30 fucking minutes. You know what I'm saying? 30 fucking minutes. Matter of fact, just go outside more. Just be active. Do something. You feel what I'm saying? If not, how you're a professional, man, like I'm trying to fucking help. I'm actually trying to help. Any information about health and fitness, like I provide it on my social media when I'm doing my lives or in my DMs, on the post and shit. If you ask me a question, if I got the answer, I'm gonna provide it. You feel what I mean? When it comes down to this. For real.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, I respect your hustle, man. I'm proud that you're doing that, man. You ain't in the streets no more.
Man, appreciate it, man.
Thing going, so congratulations on that.
Appreciate
now, is you gonna drop any more music or any more albums?
I'm most definitely gonna drop more music. Like I need the music for what I'm doing. Like music is a key part of exercise. It's fuel. It adds the therapeutic side of it to help you focus. Zone you out, and you can really like enjoy your workout. It's just I want to provide the music in a certain way, being that people are not gravitating toward me due to the music. You see what I'm saying? They gravitating toward me due to the message or the image, or how can I help them improve their image? You see what I mean? Now, while I got them there, I can introduce them to the music to where they might say, hey, what's their song? You see what I'm saying? Instead of saying, hey, listen to this song, or, hey, you want me to show you how to do a push-up the right way? Like, they're not tuned in for that right now. Not new people. Like my fan base, they actually disappointed. They kind of concerned that I might be giving up music, and I'm not. I'm not. I'm just trying to provide it in a proper way, in a better way. That's it.
Yeah, man. Workout music sell too, man. So.
Yeah, not just that, but just music in general. Like it's all about getting an ear. Like, what's the point of having 100 songs if you don't got 2 people to listen to them? Like, you can get 1,000 people to listen to these 2 songs. That's more impactful. You know you're creating a product that people like. Listen to what they're saying. They're expecting more. You feel what I'm saying? So, okay, I'm going to give you more, but I want to give it to everyone.
All right, man. One more question, man. Would there ever be more music with you and your cuz Gates, man?
That's the time to tell that. Really, to be honest with you, as it get to the point of where on the music end, we did make good music based off of the songs that we created and the impact that they had. You see what I'm saying? I still get people to blurt out bars from songs that I recorded over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That shit would be fun. But as far as would it happen, I don't know.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Like anything that would stop it from happening, like what people would think, like what could be an issue to stop these people from making music again? Whatever you come up with, I honestly don't think, I don't give a fuck about it enough for that to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? As of right now, this nigga would email my man, send me a verse, send me something with open slap. What you email there? Boom. Simple as that. He do it, he don't. I don't give a fuck about that either. I'm on some whole other shit. Let's just say we do make music together. Let's just say we have a strong run for 5 years, 10 years.
Yeah.
What about the time after that? Like, what about after them 10 years? You see what I'm saying? Like, life goes on. Like, how much of a fuck am I going to give about these 10 years after these 10 years are over with? Not too much. I'm going to be thinking about the tomorrows. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? So, it's on a grand scale of life, man. You got to really look at what really matters. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What really actually matters. Yeah. If the world was to catch on fucking fire right now, what are you grabbing with you when you take off running to get away from the heat? That's what the fuck matters. You feel what I mean? For real. But people don't fucking realize it, but your fucking world can catch on fire at any given second. You can get a text message and they can be the fucking lighter fluid. You get that bitch, open that bitch up, and that bitch say, someone you love dearly has passed away. Your world is ignited. You see what I'm saying?
Almost every time my phone ring, I be scared to answer that motherfucker sometimes, man.
That's the
scared of bad news, man.
Right. That's the way of life, man. If you look at shit, bro, and really like look at all the things that may take place and you understand that and grasp that and accept that, it's really not too many surprises that life can hit you with. You see what I mean? It's gonna hit you with something, but expect that. That means you're alive. If life ain't hitting you, that means, nigga, you dead. You're a ghost. You must be locked up somewhere watching other people live. A living fucking ghost. There, but not. You know what I'm saying? Like, we hear you, but we can't see you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we reach out to you, but that's all we do. You know what I'm saying? It's in our memories. You feel what I mean? Fuck that, man. You got to be alive.
So, is there anything else you wanted to say to the people or anything like that before we end this?
Yeah, man. Drink more water. Be happy, man. If the shit you see yourself doing, you can do that. Just put action toward that. Matter of fact, stop thinking about it. Just fucking do it. Just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. Think about something else while you're doing it so you don't have to outthink yourself from doing what you should be doing. You want to go get you a good job? Go do it. While you're doing that, just think about what bank you're going to use to deposit your checks in. If you're doing it and you're going to the bank to think about doing that shit, think about what car you're going to buy and the price. Get your mind off the fucked up parts of getting on your shit. Think about the raw parts of getting on your shit. Yeah, stop psyching yourself out. Yeah, psych yourself up.
Alright, man. So, hey, I appreciate that interview, man. It's a good interview.
Bet, man.
Pretty different from what you've done, but
yeah, most definitely. That's got like the variety, man.
Yeah,
shit.
Man. You gotta do something different and talk about experiences. So I appreciate you for coming on podcast and show, and much love to you, man.
That's a bet, man. That's a bet. They got a lot of people gonna tune in. I get a lot of people ask me questions about jail and shit. Now, man, I ain't trying to talk about that shit. Yeah. But now if they want to talk about it, man, go check the interview out while I'm talking about this shit. Sit down, sit back, and there it is. Don't leave it in the comments. Don't even come. I was at the interview. I don't need you telling me shit about what I said at the interview. I said the shit.
Man. Real talk, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Man, that's a bet, dog.